The world we know is gone. No Google, no Amazon.com, no email, no podcasts. In a world ruled by the dead, we are finally forced to start living.
We missed.
And I'm welcome to the task.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, guys, I listened to the last commentary episode while watching Tell It to the Frogs, and that was the first time I'd actually, listened to a commentary by you guys without me participating, and it was kind of neat to watch that episode again and listening to a commentary like our listeners get to do. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, we get good feedback on the commentaries, so that's very cool. And one thing I want to mention, I've probably mentioned it before, but Zarban.com is a great commentary website. It's Zarban, the House of Commentaries. And he always posts all of our stuff up, and it's kind of like a collection of any podcast that does commentaries. He kind of collects them and puts them all on his site. So there's a really cool alphabetical catalog of tons and tons of movies and television shows that you can search through and find numerous commentaries for each one. So that's pretty cool. Russell, we have a sponsor and a story from Brad. You first.
So our sponsor this week, as always, is Discount Comic Book Service. That's dcbservice.com. And right now, the July solicits are out, and some Walking Dead items to spotlight are The Walking Dead Weekly, which is actually still going on. I was really surprised that this would continue on this far into the run, but we've got issues 36, 37, 38, and 39. So again, this is basically a second printing or third printing, if you will, of the Walking Dead series that's coming out weekly to get folks caught up. Walking Dead is one of those rare comics that started with a lower readership and has steadily increased its readership over time, which is bucking the comic trend of readership that declines over time. So as people have gotten the word out and get caught up with the trades, a lot of the folks have moved over to the monthlies. So again, 36 through 39, they're $1.79 each at DCB Service. That's 40% off. And the current Walking Dead monthly issue, number 89, which is the most current issue to ship, I believe this will ship in September. Again, $1.79, 40% off. So that's some Walking Dead related items at DCB Service, some non-Walking Dead items that might pique your interest if you're a fan of movies and television and things like that. This month, Dynamite is soliciting George R.R. Martin's A Game of Thrones. They're going to start this as a ongoing series. I'm not sure if it's how many issues it is going to be to tell the first book, if they're just going to kind of keep it going like the television show, but again, it's based on the book A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. It's a very well done and excellent show on HBO that just concluded its first season. It's actually written by George R.R. Martin and Daniel Abraham, with art by Tommy Patterson and covers by Alex Ross. And that is at a special introductory price of 75% off at 99 cents. So if you're a fan of the TV show or the book or are curious about it, for 99 cents you can check it out. So that's what's going on at dcbservice.com. Don't forget to use the code WD8 if you're a first-time customer to get an additional 8% off of the already really, really low prices. You can get your shipping weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, however you choose. So we thank them for their sponsorship.
Yes, as always. So, Brad, you picked up a Walking Dead-related item recently.
I did. I was on a business trip to Istanbul, Turkey, not Constantinople, Istanbul. And when I went over there, one of the first questions I asked the man that I was dealing with was, "Do you have comic books in Turkey?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, there's a store kind of close to where we'll be working all week." And I said, "Cool, if I have time, I'd like to try to get out there." Well, I didn't have time to get out there, but when I was in the airport in Turkey getting ready to fly back to the States, I found a bookstore that obviously was full of Turkish language books, and I found a handful of Turkish language graphic novels, one of which was Volume 1 of The Walking Dead, and I can't even pronounce the words that spelled out Walking Dead in Turkish. But it was pretty cool. It was neat to pick that. It was the first 6. It was just like our Volume 1 trade. It was the first 6 issues. And, it was fun to go page by page and look at the English and compare it to the Turkish. And so anyway, it was cool. I actually saw several comic-related T-shirts when I was there. I saw a guy. Actually, he was wearing a regular Superman T-shirt, but he kind of looked like Clark Kent in the '90s with the glasses and the long hair and the ponytail. I thought that was kind of funny. It was like '90s.
And the mullet?
Yeah, he did. It was like
Nice.
'90s Clark Kent had come forward in the future and was visiting Istanbul. But I saw some Punisher shirts and a Spider-Man shirt. But anyway, I just thought that was cool. I picked it up. I picked up a Planet Hulk trade. I also picked up a Diary of a Wimpy Kid, one of those books for my 12-year-old, and it was all in Turkish. So it was pretty cool.
Very cool. Jordan, a little bit of news, and then we'll get right to the commentary.
Yeah, that's right. Normally we'd hold the news till the next episode, the news episode, but this one is going to happen really soon. So as we record this, it's Wednesday. The episode will probably go up in the next 2 days or so. On Sunday, what'll it be, the 17th? Is the Breaking Bad season 4 season premiere. Now, as we've already had an entire episode of our podcast dedicated to the show, you know that several of us really love Breaking Bad. But even if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, you should tune in because they're going to have a special sneak preview on AMC of Walking Dead season 2 during the season premiere of Breaking Bad. So definitely check out Breaking Bad just because the show is awesome. But if you need further incentive, they're going to be giving a sneak peek of our favorite show, Walking Dead. So check that out.
That's just 2 great things.
Did you guys see that that trailer that supposedly was official? It was all like slow motion CG, and Rick was firing a gun at a zombie. Turns out it was just fan made. Did you guys ever see that?
Yeah, it was pretty nifty.
Yeah.
It was very cool, and it looked real. And Robert Kirkman on Twitter was stressing the fact that, hey, while that is an extremely cool trailer, it's not official. But so it's nice to know that we'll get something official very soon.
Yeah, this is going to pick up speed in a hurry. We're doing already, well, for us especially, we're doing episode 4. There's only 2 more commentaries, and that'll get us to like September, and then it's going to be knocking on our door. So time flies, as they say.
Yeah, it's funny that the news is really heating up. So I imagine as we get closer, we'll definitely have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into Vatos. So, Russ, I'm going to leave the technical aspect of the playing of the commentary to you.
Okay. So what we'll do is everybody go ahead and put in your DVD or get things, however you're viewing this episode of Vatos, queued up on your computer or on your TV or what have you, and you're gonna advance your copy. If you're working from the DVD or the Blu-ray, it's going to be right at when you hit play on the actual episode, it's going to be right at the 2-second mark, and it's going to be right as you're going to see the water coming on. So when you get to that point, just hit pause. Again, it's going to be two seconds on your DVD or Blu-ray copy. So once you get there, we're gonna go ahead and pause your recording, and when we come back, we'll do a countdown. And then we'll tell you to play, and that's when you would unpause. So everybody go ahead and pause your recording now. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1, unpause.
Vote.
That is some beautiful water.
That was very good,
Blu-ray.
Russ, by the way.
Thank you. It's
That
a nice
looks like-
opening shot.
Looks like Six Flags water, like that fake green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly a kind of shot you wouldn't see coming in, Walking Dead. You got a nice sunny day on the blue water.
Yeah, that's always a precursor of something really, really, really bad is going to happen.
Of course.
The better things are, the worse they're going to become, it seems.
What's the name of that boat? Anybody catch the name of that boat?
Winona.
And they're riding on it.
Did you see that boat? It said we.no.na. That's kind of weird the way they had that name spelled out like that.
I wonder if that's a brand or something.
I don't know.
Or like a real brand. I don't know enough about boats. I like the contrast here in this conversation, though, we get where, Andrea was brought up a lot different than her sister was, and a lot of it has to do with the age differential, which I guess in the book we got some of that, but I think it's exaggerated a little bit in the show, and I think it actually makes for a lot more tension and makes it a lot more dramatic, I think, on the TV show than we saw in the book.
Well, the book's Andrew is only about 2 years older than Amy, right? As opposed to the about 10 here.
Maybe a little more than 2, because
But definitely closer.
Yeah, definitely.
It's closer.
Get your fill of Amy while you can, fellas.
It's too bad that the lady that plays Andrea canceled out of the Dallas Con. We didn't get a chance to meet her.
Is that
Yeah,
Laurie
I was really
Holden?
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That's her name, Laurie Holden?
Yes.
Laurie Holden, thank you, yes.
This girl that plays Amy, she's in either a new movie or TV show coming up real soon, and I'm drawing a blank on where I saw that.
Her name's Emma Bell, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll Google it.
She was in this film Frozen from director Adam Green. That was really
With
solid.
Iceman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Iceman, exactly. That was a really solid horror movie. Like a thriller. Not really much a horror movie.
I like this shot.
Yeah. She has a really nice IMDb picture.
Destination 5, apparently.
It's real interesting on the camera work. This is where I think on the direction side we start to get to where I noticed it less that Darabont didn't direct the episodes.
Jim. Poor Jim.
We get this B plot of the shoveling, the intense shoveling and digging.
Yes.
I guess we should point out that this is the episode that was written by Robert Kirkman.
Yes.
I had forgotten that.
It's funny that the one that follows the book, well, maybe, I guess the start of where the book deviate or the show deviates from the book was an episode that was written by Kirkman. I thought that was interesting. I like the abbreviated opening credits that we don't get just like, the 3-minute credit sequence. I think that's kind of a trope that's gone by the wayside, thankfully, in TV shows.
I've been watching Twin Peaks recently because I'd never actually seen it, and it's on Netflix.
Oh,
that
geez.
show has a 90-second opening credit sequence.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, granted, it's a weird show, but that's a different kind of weird.
Here we go, the dream team. We're so friendly with each other.
Rick's got a big gun.
Yeah, well, Daryl has a bigger crossbow.
Yeah.
I like this again. This is good for Daryl's character. It shows he's not he's a smart guy. I mean, he may be a little rough around the edges, but he certainly understands the position, and he realizes he's gonna realize right now what he needs to do. He needs to track down his brother. He's got to put together some clues here.
If memory serves, it wasn't this sunny at the end of last episode.
Clouds.
Yeah, it was more overcast.
And we never see Merle again, which is kind of interesting to rewatch and think of that. Like he's such a strong presence. You kind of get the feeling that he was around for the whole season, but...
Well, I mean, towards the end of the season, I don't know that we were convinced, but there was definitely talk of, so at what point is Merle going to roll up in the box truck all of a sudden with a bunch of zombies?
Yep.
That'll be an interesting place to go in season 2 when you literally don't know when he's going to show up again.
Yeah. Poor Glenn's got to carry the severed hand of...
Yeah, he did not look happy about that, did he?
No. It's like, come on, man. Really?
I keep looking in the windows of the skyscrapers behind these people to see if there's any, spectators watching the filming going on.
Yeah, the effects crew's probably like, dang it, We got to digitally scrub these guys out of here.
Yeah. I was watching 30 Rock the other day, and there was a scene on the streets of New York with Alec Baldwin and Tina Fey, and there were people in the background snapping pictures of them, and you could tell that the crew was having a hard time keeping that to a minimum.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they got that hat, because that makes Dale's character Dale, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you can buy one with the Walking Dead logo at all the cons.
Can you really?
Yeah.
We didn't see anything like that at ours, did we?
No, I didn't.
They were a big seller at New York last year.
I can't really see wearing one of those hats with a logo on it. That just seems not right.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't buy one. I just I just noticed.
That's one of my favorite zombies right there.
Yeah.
Crap.
It reminds me of that scene in The Grudge.
Wonder who those people were in that painting. All it looked like a board of
it was Goodfellas.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I suppose I should watch that movie then.
Oh my God.
We'll just
Oh.
pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. Didn't hear that.
I
Well,
wouldn't
those-
mind seeing deleted scene of Merle's just smacking zombies in the head with a wrench.
Yeah, I was going to wonder, was one of those people alive using the wrench as a weapon? And if so, couldn't they find anything better than an adjustable wrench?
Now I know some of the people here. They want to know like how they got all these fishes, all these fish. But I'm wondering, where is Shane and why are his pants not on screen yet?
Yeah.
That is a lot of fish. Anybody want to use their knowledge of nature to name what type of fish that is? Besides
No.
the yummy kind?
There's Shane.
Still digging.
How cool is it to be Norman Reedus? He plays a movie, well, 2 movies now, where he gets to wield guns and shoot people, and then they give him a crossbow in this one. How awesome is that?
Actually, 3, right? Boondock had a sequel, even though we
Right.
would rather
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And to answer John's question from, I guess, was last episode, there is how Merle cauterized his arm.
Yeah.
Glenn's reactions.
Yeah, he gonna throw up.
Yep.
You figure after the Guts episode, he'd be all right.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I guess the zombies got tired and left the stairwell, and then that's how he got down.
Well, I
He
was
was-
assuming those zombies we passed are ones he's killed that were in the stairwell at some point. Or
Yeah.
did he go down a different way?
It's all part of building the legend of Merle.
Wait a second. They had to.
Because they had
Nope.
the bolt cutter, so they cut through that.
That's right. He didn't go down the stairwell.
No. He picked up a zombie and then jumped off the roof and landed on the zombie to break his fall.
Nice.
Yeah.
That always works, right?
As long as you land on a taxi, you're fine.
Yeah.
Just like in Dark Knight.
That's right.
He has the weirdest sideburns.
Who, Rick?
No, Daryl.
Oh.
They're just like 3 inches longer than the rest of his hair. Like he couldn't actually grow a beard, so he decided just to leave the sideburns growing as long as possible.
That's why I grew my sideburns long.
Are you doubting Norman Reedus' ability to grow a beard?
I've just never seen him with one. I've seen him with lots of goatees and mustaches and that kind of thing, but never with a beard.
I love it that basically the whole town comes up and they go, "What the hell are you doing?"
There are
Jim?
people in this scene that I don't think are in any other scene in the entire show. They were just pulling extras for everywhere.
Yeah, I don't remember that lady on the back left over Shane's shoulder.
Jim, we think you have a problem. Yeah, there's a red shirt.
Yeah. It's the lost log carrier.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah.
And that dude in the back in the blue shirt and the ball cap, never seen him.
Every time they cut back to the shot, there's an extra person.
My favorite part of this is they're like, you're scaring the kids. Well, you shouldn't have brought the kids up here to confront them then. They were just fine.
Exactly.
If anything, the kid should be scared of Shane's pants.
Now, what do we make of this? The whole Shovel and Jim subplot. Do we like how this kind of plays out? He's going a little kind of cabin fever, stir crazy.
Well, we find out later in the episode.
We find out, yeah,
why
with
he's doing this.
he's got, yeah.
But it, seeing this the first time makes you wonder, what is wrong with this guy?
It almost kind of added an air of supernaturalness to the show because you're wondering, like, is it premonition? Is he, have some sort of sixth sense kind of thing going on or whatever? Which, again, is not something they really brought into the book for the most part. So it was intriguing to me when I saw this.
Nope. Just raise the pants and take down Jim.
I've actually finally started watching The Pacific, the HBO miniseries that I've had the Blu-ray sitting on my shelf since Christmas.
Yeah.
And Joe Bernthal is in The Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Date Night, too, because I was over at my parents' house the other day, and they got that off of Netflix. And I was like, oh, what do you know? Only for about 10 seconds, though.
So you're not going to report on his pants?
He was sitting down. You couldn't see him. I did notice his hair was really long. That was practically an afro.
That's why he's only in it for 10 seconds. Not enough time.
Uh-huh.
Didn't leave his mark.
And he was a Marine in the Pacific, so he's kind of set in his uniform.
His contract doesn't say if he's on screen for more than 30 seconds, you have to show his belt line.
Yeah.
Okay, now I like this. I like the whole Glenn planning out a strategy here. It's good. It's good. It's nice how they spread out kind of the abilities of the different characters, so it's not just like the Rick show all the time or anything.
Get a little bit of war room action here.
And it just makes sense because he's the guy that navigates cities and collects supplies and
Was a pizza guy.
right.
Yeah.
He's got an idea.
I'm just waiting for zombie Nixon and zombie Kissinger to step out.
So far, T-Dog hasn't done anything, I think, this episode.
He's sweating quite a bit.
Yeah,
He nods in the affirmative a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good backbone, I guess.
Now, is this the same ladder they go up in episode 2?
Looks like it.
I mean, I'd assume it's the same set, but is it supposed to be the same?
I would
Yeah,
think
it
so.
seemed like.
So if Rick and T-Dog are going to be spread out, 2 blocks away from the bag of guns, who's protecting them?
He said Korean.
I like that. I like that little exchange. That's pretty good.
That's for those of you that don't listen. That's a half-hour wasted callback.
Thank you very much.
We love you, June Bob.
That zombie right there was heavily featured in a lot of the promo shots.
Yeah, I was just about to say she's probably second to Buster.
Yeah. Hey, there's our boy.
Hey, we met him.
Yeah, we did. Anthony Guajardo.
Yeah.
He called into the show once too.
Yeah, he did.
He was a really